Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Raiders softball field for tonight's Great Northern Conference softball game between the Merrill Blue Jays and your Medford Raiders. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup for Merrill. Leading off, playing center field, Kendall Klug. Batting second, number 24, catching, Maddie Rogala, sorry. Batting third, number 7, in the circle, pitching, Mackenzie Hurt. Batting fourth, number 11, playing first base, Miley Krieger. Batting fifth, number 4, playing third base, Abby Krieger. Batting sixth, number 8, the DP, Maddie Barker. Batting seventh, number 14, in right field, Olivia Barker. Batting eighth, number 12, out in left field, Reese Kaminsky. Batting ninth, number 30, playing shortstop, Allie Konars. In the flex position, number 9, at second base, Ava Schultz. And now for your Medford Raiders. Leading it off in right field, number 2, Addison Browner. Batting second in center field, number 13, Finley Hart. Batting third, pitching, number 6, Riley Harabi. Batting fourth, catching, number 22, Zalia Leonard. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 5, Lady Harabi. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 14, Ava Hartle. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 10, Kayla Baumgartner. Batting eighth in the DP spot, number 12, Tori Nix. Batting the ninth spot, playing third base, number 7, Ruthie Steinman. And your flex player for the Raiders is number 9, Rylan Krasneski. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those of you who can stand, remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Let's back that up. Medford High School and Merrill High School and the Great Northern Conference and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating appreciated.
It is Merrill Medford softball. We'll keep an eye on the score as Merrill Medford baseball resuming their game over just beyond the right field corner or left field corner. That game suspended last night due to lightning. Never really rained all that much during the delay, but the storm passed just close enough to the south of us to trigger the lightning delay, and then come to find out there was a tornado bouncing around over by Gilman to the west of us here. So glad to be able to get home. A lot of stuff not being played today, a lot of stuff getting wet fielded out. Luckily here, the field takes the water well, at least on the infield. Outfield, I hear, is a bit of a swamp. But it's a swamp for both teams. We'll see how that plays out as we will get ourselves underway. As Kendall Klug will dig in. It is kind of a spotty rain that we're going to see throughout the day today, at least for the first 45 minutes of this one. As Riley Harabi in the center circle looks at the wristband, she'll give us her first pitch. The lean coming through right at the top of the zone for a strike. 0-1. We are underway. Your game time temperature. A swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly 0-2. Riley Harabi last Friday threw the immaculate inning against the Pacelli Cardinals. The lean, the pitch. Popped foul, no immaculate inning here. Stays 0-2. 64, your game time temperature here. Under cloudy skies, the pitch. That's going to be fouled back into the fencing. Stays 0-2. So both teams on the baseball field will have to put new pitchers in, as both pitchers exceeded the pitch count to come back, as that one's going to be hit in the air. Long run, settling under it is Finley Archie will make the catch, first out of the inning. One down, and that will bring Maddie Regala to the plate. The catcher. We will be back on the baseball field on Thursday. Tomahawk comes to town, and then we'll be back out here to lean the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Back of short. Bumgardner settling under it. Collision, and Bumgardner will make the catch. Her and Bumgardner and Rylan Krishneski getting tied up with each other, but Kayla Bumgardner with the extra few inches holds on to it. And Mackenzie Hurt will come to the plate. Started just a few minutes early. The lean, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-0. The pitch. Stays up high for a ball. 2-0. The lean coming back. In the zone for a strike, 2-1. The pitch. That's going to be hit on the line. That's going to get down a base hit. 2-out single puts a base runner on. And that will bring Miley Krieger to the plate. Lean the pitch. High and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. The lean the pitch. Stays up high again, 2-0. As the sun starts to lightens up just a little bit here. Misses a little bit low, 3-0. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Three and 1. The lean coming back. Misses the inside corner. That's a walk. 2 on with 2 outs. For the other half of the Krieger duo, it is Abby Krieger. You go, the middle of this order, 4 through 7, goes Krieger, Krieger, Barker, Barker. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. Line back up the middle, coming on. That's going to be played off a bounce and bobbled. Hurt's going to turn. She will score. Merrill on the board. And Maddie Barker will come to the plate now. Number 6 hitter. Designated player for the Merrill Blue Jays. 1-0 Merrill. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. Harabi, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. Harabi, the lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went up high. Got the strikeout, and that will end the inning. Merrill does get a run across and a couple hits. They leave 2. We head to the bottom of the first. Brahmer, Arndt, Harabi 2 up for the Raiders when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
We go to the bottom of the first. Brahmer, Arndt, Harabi due up here in bottom of the first. Raiders in a unique position. They are trailing. They've only trailed once this year.
Now batting number 2, Addison Brahmer.
They staked the Auburndale Eagles to a 6-0 lead before the Raiders came back to win that one up in Rhinelander. First pitch. She offers, strike 1. Go through the signs again. And Brahmer steps out. The lean, the pitch. Catches the outside corner, 0-2. Hurt. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to go right back up the middle, and that's going to get through a base hit. Addison Brahmer reaches on the single. First hit of the game for the Raiders. And that will bring Finley Arndt to the plate, the center fielder. Finley had a tough game. The last time we saw her on Tuesday, hit the ball hard, but right at people. The lean from Hurt and the pitch. Brahmer goes. The throw to second is wide. Pops away. Brahmer's going to end up at third. So Brahmer steals second, goes to third on the error. That error, we're going to charge that error on Schultz. That's one that she's got to collect up quickly. So runner at third, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-1. Pauline, the pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone, 2-1, or 1-2, excuse me. Arndt takes a wander, as she does. The lean, the pitch. Inside, almost gets her, 2-2. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the inning. One down, and that'll bring Riley Harabi to the plate. The lean, the pitch. High. 1-0. Bottom of the first, Raiders threatening, runner at third. Hart, the lean, the pitch. Well off the outside for a ball, 2-0. Being very careful with the ever-dangerous Riley Harabi. The look in, the lean, the pitch. Inside, 3-0. The lean, the pitch, in the zone for a strike, 3-1. 3-1 now. Robbie. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to be chopped on the ground. Pick, it'll go to first, it'll score a run, and we are tied. Productive out for Riley Harabi, gets the RBI, 2 down. 1-1, and that will bring Zalia Leonard to the plate. Base is clear. Another ever dangerous hitter. The lean, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-0. Lean, the pitch. Low and in the dirt for a ball, 2-0. Gets by Maggie Regala. People still working their way in as we're just 5 minutes past 5 here. The lean, the pitch. In the zone for a strike, 2-1. Coming back. That one's going to be hit in the air. Center field. Coming on. Still coming on. Still coming on. It's going to drop. That's one Cornhorse needs to get. It goes in as a single. And we get the courtesy runner. That will be Gracie Strama running here, and it'll be Lainey Harabi to hit. And we play musical softballs, as we will throughout the day. Coach Burt wiping it down. Harabi digs in. The lean, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-0. Looking in the lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball by her, 1-1. See if they maybe put Strama in motion here. The lean, the pitch. They do. That one's going to be popped up. That's going to drop in for a hit. Strama's going to turn. She's going to go to third, and she's going to be out. So a single moves Strama to third. Second. She will be out. 8-5. A great throw from Kendall Krug in center field. Got the out, but the Raiders tie it up 1-1 as we head to the top of the second. Bottom of the order for the Blue Jays, Olivia Barker, Kaminsky, Cornhorst. Due up for Merrill when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Olivia Barker to lead things off here in the top of the second. 1-1 ball game. Lean from Harabi in the pitch. Misses low and off the inside for a ball. 1-0. Fans still working their way in. The lean, the pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1. Pitch. Went around. Strike two. 1-2. The pitch. Fouled back into the fencing. Stays 1-2. Again, a very cute dog. The Knees. Sean here watching this one. Brought the dog along. Always love dogs out at the ballpark. Harabi the lean. The pitch. Stays up high. 2-2. Maybe just that extra moisture. It is I don't want to say steamy because it's not really like hot humid, but it's just kind of sticky today. The lean. The pitch. Fouled back into your living room. Stays 2-2. Robbie looks in. The lean. The pitch. Right back up the middle. Caught by Harabi. Just had to give a little hop on that one. First out of the inning. One down, and that'll bring Reese Kaminsky to the plate. Left fielder. That one's going to be sliced foul towards the parking lot. If you're going to still on your way to the ballpark, make sure your car insurance is all up to date. Clinner Insurance right here in Medford can help you with that, along with all your other insurance needs. Check them out online, clinnerinsurance.com. Swinging a miss, strike two. 0-2. Almost some sun popping out the pitch. Swinging a miss, strike three. 2 down. 3-pitch strikeout, and that'll bring Ellie Cornhorst to the plate. Seems like every time Merrill comes this way in softball, it seems to be a weird weather day. The lean, the pitch. Swinging a miss. Couple years ago, absolutely downpoured through the third inning. But ended up being like a 15-14 game, the pitch. Stays up high for a ball, 1-1. The lean, the pitch. just misses the outside corner. That gets some grumbles from the fans in red. The lean, the pitch. Strike anyway. She checked her swing, 2-2. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. Low and off the inside, couldn't get her to chase, full count. As the sun's continuing to try and burn through the clouds here. It is supposed to lighten up here later on today. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. Harabi sets them down in order. We head to the bottom of the second. Hartle, Bumgardner, Nick, 6, 7, 8. Due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-1 ball game. It will be Hartle, Bumgardner, Nix due up here in the bottom of the second, 1-1 ball game. Hurt. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Half-hearted swing from Ava Hartle. She wanted that one back. The lean, the pitch. Knocked foul right at the Merrill dugout. 0-2. The lean, the pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Right field, drifting over. The catch is made. First out of the inning. Olivia Baker gets over to that one. One down, and that will bring Kayla Bumgardner to the plate. The lean, the pitch. In the zone for a strike, 0-1. Hurt, the lean, the pitch. Hitter. High and tight, gets Bumgardner in the shoulder. So go ahead and run on base for Tori Nix, the designated player.
Raiders with a base runner brings up number 12, Tori Nix,
who has been on a tear offensively. The lean, the pitch. That's going to be fouled back, strike one. Yeah, this bottom of this order, they had that big game against Lakeland. It was the bottom of the order that got the runs. That 6-1 win, or 6-2 win, excuse me. The pitch. Swing and a miss, got fooled on the rise ball, 0-2. Nix digs back in. The lean, the pitch. Doesn't fall for it that time. Bumgardner takes second. She was going anyway. The pitch. Popped up. Back behind us. Said Nix has been hitting the ball well. The lean, the pitch. Check swing at the knees. Strike 3 looking, second out of the inning. And that will bring Ruthie Steinman to the plate. Another player that's been hitting the ball well. The lean, the pitch. Off the outside. 1-0. The lean, the pitch. High 2-0. Steinman. Hurt the pitch. High and off the outside. 3-0. Simon's fans in blue to have a little grumble. That one was been some close pitches. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to be rolled up the line foul. Verge like, no, you're not swinging at those. Verge puts a new ball in play. That's not one you swing at 3-0. The lean, the pitch. Off the outside, ball 4. 2 on with 2 outs for Addison Brommer. So Addison Brommer singled, stole a base, scored her first time up. The lean, the pitch. That one drops out of the hand. Bumgarner's going to take a big turn at third. Nothing doing there. That is a wild pitch. That one just slipped out of her hand. Not much you can do there. Every once in a while you get one of those. The lean, the pitch. High, that one slipped again, and the run is going to score. And that is going to bring Coach out. Check on her pitcher a little bit here. That is 2 wild pitches. 2-1 now, still 2 outs, runner at third. Looking at Hurt's hand, it looks like. Try to get a little extra grip on there. Umpire's going to come out, break the meeting up. Hurt's going to stay in. Yeah, back-to-back pitches that just slipped out of the hand. One basically spiked into the dirt and went wide. The other one went well over the catcher, Maggie Regala. See if she gets a better grip on this one. She's got a rosin bag in the back of her back pocket. The pitch. That one stays in. Did she go? They say no. 3-0. So 3-0 here on Brommer. The pitch. In the zone for a strike. 3-1. Brommer digs back in. The lean. The pitch. Brommer pops that one up. That's going to get down a base hit. Steinman scores. 2 for 2 game for Addison Brommer, and Finley Arndt will come to the plate. Struck out swinging her first time up. She's 0 for 1. So Arndt will dig in. Hurt. Looking in. The lean. The pitch. Off the inside. Brommer goes, and she will stumble into second. I think she thought about sliding, changed her mind. Pitch was a ball. The lean, the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. The lean, the pitch. In the zone for a strike, 2-1. Brommer digs back in. Excuse me, Arndt digs back in. Brommer takes her lead. Off the inside, 3-1. The lean, the pitch. And that hits Finley Arndt. 2 on for Riley Harabi. And I think this might be, yeah, this is going to be it. Mackenzie Hurt is going to come out here. We are going to get a pitching change. We will fill you in on all the details of the changes when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Abby Krieger takes over in the circle. Definitely think there was something with, they were looking at the finger, one of the fingers there of Mackenzie Hurt. I think there was just something that was causing an issue for her. She couldn't get a good grip on the ball. Hurt will go to third. 2 hit by pitches, those couple wild pitches. I think it was just a better idea to go with Krieger. Krieger started for most of the Legion season for Merrill, including in the state tournament. So not unfamiliar with pitching in big games. Looks like a little bit of the clouds starting to fill back in here. Sun tried for a bit. Riley Harabi's going to hit here. 2 outs, 2 on. Abby Krieger, the lean, the pitch. Low and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. RBI ground out for Harabi, her last time up. The pitch catches the low outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. That's going to be rocketed through the infield, a base hit. Brommer's going to turn third. She's going to come home. She will score. RBI single for Riley Harabi. And that sets up first and third. And Zalia Leonard will hit. Harabi will stay on the base paths. And we play musical softball again. Umpire's keeping a dry one just in case. But clouds starting to fill back in. Leonard a single her last time up. That catches the zone for a strike. They will give Harabi second. She was trying to get in a rundown, and they just weren't biting. That is the slowest stolen base probably in Riley Harabi's career. More of a trot than an actual run. The lead in the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Leonard, a very good two-strike hitter. The lean, the pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Long run, still coming on, still coming on. The catch is made. Took a little bit of the body to hold on to it, but that will end the inning. But the Raiders push 3 runs across. We head to the top of the third, top of the order for the Blue Jays. Klug, Rogala, Hurt, 2 up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
Top of the third, check in on baseball. Pitch across for a strike. Medford takes the lead 4-1. They were down 1-0 when play got suspended in the third. That one's going to be hit in the air. Long run over. Baumgartner is there. First out of the inning. And that will bring Maddie Rogala to the plate. She flew out her first time up. Popped out to short. That was that one that Baumgartner and Krishneski almost ran into each other on. The lean, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball. Backs Rogala out a little bit. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. See, Mr. Kneesy left. I was going to ask him about how Dory was doing down at Wisconsin Lutheran. The pitch in the dirt. 2-1. Soccer practice wrapping up, back behind center field. The lean, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 2-2. Riley Harabi always has that one inning. The lean, the pitch. Just misses that inside corner, full count. Harabi will take a little extra wander. And now she's ready to go. The lean, the pitch, popped up. Lainey Harabi there makes the catch, second out of the inning. 2 down, and that will bring Mackenzie Hurt to the plate. Now at third base. Give you her line from the field, from pitching. She goes 1 2/3, gives up 4 runs. They were all earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. The lean, the pitch. High for a ball, 1-0. Harabi. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Harabi gets the sign from Coach Fisk. The lean, the pitch. Drops in the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-2. Harabi. The lean, the pitch. On the ground, foul. Through the wickets on Coach. Error, third base coach. Take a look here. Oh, no, sorry, that is the wrong score. Two in baseball. Well, that's what the tent's for. Sports on Focus broadcast tent does its job. I don't get hurt. The pitch, high for a ball. 2-2. Didn't have the tent up last time and, tempted fate, got away with it. Glad we put it up this time. It just missed. The lead, the pitch. That's going to be hit in the air, sending Krishneski back into foul territory. Still running, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. The Blue Jays go down in order in the top of the third. We head to the bottom. Harabi, Hartle, Bumgardner. 5, 6, 7 due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
One ball already to Lainey Harabi. Krieger, the lean, the pitch. Drops a bit low again, 2-0. We saw number 8 for the... Does not compute to a number I have in my book. The lean, the pitch. Low 3-0. Heading out either to warm up or maybe heading to the JV game. Play a little music. You always see him play a little bit of musical players between JV and varsity during the game. The pitch. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for Lainey Harabi. And that'll bring Ava Hartle to the plate. Flew out her first time up. She's 0 for 1. See what they do here. Hartle, a good contact hitter. The pitch. right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Krieger looking in the pitch. High and tight. 1-1. Yeah, baseball Thursday, Tomahawk comes to town. Should be a good matchup. Baseball leading 4-2 right now in that game from yesterday that got resumed. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That game in the bottom of the sixth, so they are booking. They'll lean the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out of the inning. Oh, no, it's tipped. So they're going to come out and they're going to talk about it. Because if that hit the ground first, then it's a foul ball. Nope, they're going to say it was not. It was caught. So first out of the inning. Never hurts to check. And that'll bring Kayla Bumgardner. She was hit by a pitch in the shoulder her first time up, scored a run. 0-0. The pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The lean, the pitch. That's going to be hit on a line. Coming in, the catch is made. Hard hit ball, but right at Kaminsky. So 2 down, and that will bring Tori Nix to the plate. Strikeout looking her first time up. The pitch. Swing and a miss, well late, 0-1. That looked like I'm going to get in trouble for taking this pitch, so. The lean, the pitch. That one's rocketed through the infield, a base hit. Try to catch Harabi out, but second, but she gets in.
That brings up number 7, Ruthie Steinman.
Sixth hit of the game for the Raiders as Ruthie Steinman walked her first time up. She's 0-0. 2 on, 2 outs for the Raiders. The lean, the pitch. Catches the knee for a strike, 0-1. Steinman can drop that one in left center. They're giving a ton of space over there. The lean, the pitch. High and off the outside for a ball, 1-1. Krieger, the lean, the pitch. That one's going to be rolled on the ground. 2-2. Tag is applied, and that'll end the inning. So the fielder's choice. And that'll end the inning. We head to the top of the 4th. Krieger, Barker due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Miley Krieger to lead things off here. 4-1 Raiders as we go to the top of the fourth. First pitch to her, swing and a miss. Strike one. The pitch. Fouled back into strike two. Back into, Zelia Leonard. Raiders have played a couple different catchers here. Leonard and tip back into the glove, couldn't hold on. Ruthie Steinman and Zelia Leonard have kind of swapped between third and catching. I think to give both players a little bit of a rest. Time called. Checking on Zelia Leonard. Not sure what the concern was with her helmet. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. Did she go? They say no. They look, did not. 1-2. Probably the right call. Looked like she held. The lean, the pitch. High for a ball, couldn't get her to chase. Might as well try. She almost swung at the first one. Go back there again, see if you can get her to swing. Harabi. 2-2. The lean, the pitch. Just misses that outside corner. It's a full count. Raiders go 2 tomahawk on Thursday before getting the lean, the pitch. Off the inside, ball 4. Miley Krieger draws a leadoff walk. So leadoff walk, and Abby Krieger will come to the plate. Now pitching. First base runner, Harabi's allowed since the first. Gatwin catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. The lean, the pitch. Popped up. Foul territory coming in. The catch is made. Ava Hartle gets to that one. First out of the inning. Runner has to hold at first. And that will bring Maddie Barker to the plate. The designated player struck out swinging her first time up. And Medford does get the win on the baseball field, 4-2. That game going final. 0-1 here on Maddie Barker. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. So Medford comes from behind with 4 runs here today. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball pops away, can't advance. Runner's out, or the batter's out. Can't advance unless there's 2 outs if a runner's on first. And Miley Krieger wasn't going anywhere. Olivia Barker comes to the plate, lined out her first time up. She's 0-1. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. Robbie coming back. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. The leadoff walk is left stranded. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order for the Raiders. Brahmer, Arndt, Harabi due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Clinner Insurance, we know you want to protect your business. The Clinner Insurance team will help you choose the insurance package and plan that fits you and your business. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your business is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
See the fans starting to migrate their way from the baseball field to the softball field as that one misses low for a ball to Addison Brommer. Baseball getting the 4-2 win. Raider baseball. Blue Jay boys had a no-hitter, the lead in the pitch. Misses the outside corner for a ball, 2-0. So a good start for the Raider baseball team. They're now 3-0. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the line. That's going to get down a base hit. Diving play, can't get there. That one's going to come back. They will hold Brommer at second. That is a double. Addison Brommer, that's a 3-hit game for her. If I'm not mistaken, let me check and make sure. Yes, it is. 2 singles, a double. An RBI for her as well. A couple of runs scored, and that will bring Finley Arndt to the plate. Strikeout was hit by a pitch. She is 0 for 1. The lean, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. Looking in. The pitch. High and tight again, 2-0. The lead, the pitch. That one's going to be popped up. On the infield, catch is made, first out of the inning. Brommer forced to hold, 1 down, and that will bring Riley Harabi to the plate. Ground out in a single. She is 1 for 2. Couple RBIs for her. The lean, the pitch. Well off the outside. Ball 1. Interesting that they're maybe not putting Harabi on here. I mean, Zalia Leonard, no less dangerous of a hitter after her, but at least set up a 4-set third on Brommer. The pitch. Catches the outside corner, 1-1. The lean, the pitch. That's hit in the air. Center field, going back, still going back. Ball's going to drop in front of the fence. Brommer's going to turn. She's going to head to the plate. Harabi runs through the stop sign for the triple. Coach Burt put the stop sign up. Harabi kept, I don't think she ever saw it. That one just short of a home run. Zalia Leonard will come to the plate now, a single and a fly out. She's 1 for 2 as the sun again trying to fight its way through the clouds. 5-1 now Raiders. Leonard, a single and a fly out. She is 1 for 2. That one rolls in, 1-0. Lean, the pitch. That one back up the middle. Krieger almost got to it, and that one's going to bounce away. Leonard digging for second. She will be in standing. That's going to be a single scoring the run. Leonard's going to go to second on the error. So 6-1 now, and we will get Strama running. Or no, excuse me, it'll be Olivia Schaefer running this time. As Lainey Harabi will come to the plate. 1 for 1. She's been on base both times, a single and a walk. The lean, the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. Six 1 here in the fourth. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. Tipped at the plate, 1-1. Robbie takes a little wander. I think she's mad at herself for that swing. Krieger. Laline, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the line. That's going to get down in the gap for a base hit. They will send Schaefer. The throw's going to go to second, and she's in safe. Ball beater, they didn't get the tag down in time. That is a double. 7-1. And Ava Hartle will come to the plate. Hartle 0 for 2. Tipped one back to the catcher her last time up. The lean, the pitch. That one goes back up the middle. That one just misses Harabi. She had to hold up there for a second, so she's only going to get to third. Some fancy dancing there from Lainey Harabi to avoid the out.
That brings up Kayla Baumgartner.
And that will bring Kayla Baumgartner to the plate. Hit by pitch and a hard line out. She is 0 for 1. They will play musical softballs here before Kayla Baumgartner bats. First and third, Hartle at first. See what they decide to put on. Krieger looking in. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. This one's in trouble. That's going to get off the fence. One run across. They will put the brakes on Hartle. Another double for the Raiders. 8-1. Still only the one out. That was Finley Art. And Tori Nix comes to the plate to strike out in a single. She is 1 for 2. The lean, the pitch. That one's going to be rolled on the ground. They're going to take the out at first. That's all they'll get. Another run will score. An RBI on the ground out for Tori Nix. Both runners move up 9-1. And Ruthie Steinman will bat, the 9th Raider to come to the plate here in the inning. The lean, the pitch. Stays up high for a ball. 1-0. 5 here in the inning. The lean, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball. 2-0. See some of the baseball players making their way down. They got the win over Merrill already today. They host Tomahawk on Thursday. We will be up at Raider Field, the other Raider Field for that one, and back here on Friday, swing and a miss. 2-1. Nice breaking pitch there from Krieger. Yep, and then we got Saturday off, and then we will hopefully got to clear a few things up. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll be in Anago on Monday with baseball. That one's going to be sliced foul. 2-2. The Raider baseball team heads to Anago, and then Anago comes here on Tuesday. Looking in, the lean, the pitch. Inside, that one slipped out of the hand a little bit. Seen that a couple times here today. Krieger, the lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will end the inning, but a 5-run 4th inning. All 9 Raiders come to the plate. 9-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. 8-9-1, Kaminsky, Kohrs, Klug. Due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Number 12, Reese Kaminsky.
Reese Kaminsky to lead things off here for the Merrill Blue Jays. Kaminsky struck out swinging her first time up. She's 0 for 1. 8-9-1 here in the top of the fifth. Raiders looking to hold this 9-1 lead. Catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. They need 2 in the bottom of the inning to get out of here early. Send everyone home. The lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. Harabi, just 5 strikeouts today. This would be her first game of the year without double digits. Right on the outside corner, strike 3, looking first out of the inning. Unless she finds we keep going. Chance still to get to 10. But yeah, she's struck out double digits every game so far this year for the Raiders, including 17 against Pacelli. The pitch. Right on the corner for a strike, 0-1. To Allie Cornhorst. She struck out swinging her first time up. Harabi, the lean, the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and on a play. And ooh. Between the vehicles. There's a big van windshield that was aiming right towards. The lean, the pitch. Stays up high. Couldn't get her to chase, 1-2. The look in, the lean, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. And that will bring us back to the top of the order. Kendall Klug, a couple flyouts. So top 5, the lean, the pitch. Misses the inside corner for a ball. The lean, the pitch. 1-1. The lean, the pitch. Roller back to Harabi. Pick. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning. The Merrill Blue Jays go in order in the fifth. We head to the bottom. Raiders need 2 to send everybody home. They will send the top of their order when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC. Did you know that your vehicle has 2 different air filters? An engine air filter and a cabin air filter. When should you change them? This one 30 to 40,000 miles? This one half. Have you changed your air filter lately? Breathe easy, Wheeler's has got you covered.
Nine-1 as we go to the fifth.
Leading it off for the Raiders.
As we see number 18 for the Raiders, that is Olivia Schaefer getting some tosses in. She might go out into the field. First pitch in for a strike on Addison Brommer as the sun does come out. Very briefly, we do get some sun here. The lean, the pitch. Catches the outside corner, 0-2. Brommer 3 for 3. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 2 singles, and a double. She's had quite a game in the leadoff spot. The lean, the pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Long run going back. That's going to drop for a hit, 4 for 4. She's going to end up at second with a double. 2 singles, 2 doubles for Addison Brommer. 4-hit game.
Blue Jays have some positional changes. Carmen Putsky is in right field. Olivia Parker in left and Reese Kaminsky in center.
Kaminsky moves to
Finley, Art.
center. Barker moves to left. In for a strike. So the DP gone for they take Kendall Klug out and bring the DP in. The pitch. Roller on the ground. Ooh, just off the hands of Coach Burt. He's upset with himself on that one. 0-2.
Scratch that in right field, Ellie Conhorst.
Right field. Actually, it is Cornhorst out and right. Going to take a look and make sure we get all the details right. The pitch. Bounces in, pops away. Brommer's going to go to third. Sun goes away. The exact opposite day for Finley Art. Her only time on base, she got hit by a pitch. Strikeout and a fly out. The lean, the pitch. Stays up high for a ball, 2-2. It's that baseball Thursday, softball Friday, both here in Medford. The lean, the pitch. In the dirt, hitter. Second in time she's been hit. So first and third with nobody out for Riley Harabi, and the go-home run is on base. See if Finley's moving on this one. She's the important run here. So Harabi, the lean, the pitch. Misses the outside corner. They will give Arndt second. Defensive indifference. So the go-home run in scoring position. Harabi, a triple her last time up. That one's going to be hit on the line. That's going to get down. One run across. They'll put the brakes on Arndt at third. A RBI single for Riley Harabi. First and third, nobody out for Zalia Leonard. 2 for 3, a couple singles for her. So we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That will be number 4, Sophie Koster.
Courtesy runner, Sophie Koster.
And they are going to put Zalia Leonard on to load the bases for Lainey Harabi. And we get a courtesy runner for the catcher. So that will be 18, Olivia Schaefer. Schaefer and Koster don't matter. The run that matters is Finley Arndt standing at third. She scores, game over. Nobody out, bases loaded. Krieger. The lean, the pitch. Breaks low for a ball, 1-0. Infield's going to come home. Try and get the out there. The lean, the pitch. In the dirt, 2-0. Anything through the infield wins it. Anything to the outfield should win it. Even if it's caught, long as Arndt is tagging. The lean, the pitch. High 3-0. She's got to come in the zone here. Robbie has to know that. Are you still taking the 3-0? Krieger. The lean, the pitch. Ball 4, and that's your ball game.
Ball 4.
And
Scores a run, that's the ball game.
that is your ball game. Raiders get the win, 11-1. Go through some final stats here real quick. Addison Brommer, 4 for 4, 2 singles, 2 doubles, 4 runs scored and an RBI. Finley Arndt 0 for 2 with scoring the winning run. She was hit by a pitch twice. Riley Harabi 3 for 4, 2 singles, a triple, 4 RBIs. Zalia Leonard 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI. Lainey Harabi 2 for 2, a single, a double, 2 RBIs, a run scored. She also walked twice. Ava Hartle 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored. Kayla Bumgardner 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI. She was also hit by a pitch. Tori Nix 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Ruthie Steinman 0 for 2 with a run scored. She walked once. Olivia Schaefer scored a run as a courtesy runner. Riley Harabi goes 5, gives up 1 run. It was earned, 2 hits, 2 walks, only 7 strikeouts. First time she's been held below double-digit strikeouts this season. On the other side for the Merrill Blue Jays, couple of the highlights offensively. Mackenzie Hurd 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Abby Krieger 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Those were the only 2 base hits. Miley Krieger walked twice and walked in both her plate appearances. She went 0 for 2. Pitching, Mackenzie Hurd with an inning and 2/3, 4 runs. They were all earned, 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Abby Krieger goes the final 2 1/3, gives up 7 runs. They were all earned, 10 hits, 3 walks, 1 of those intentional, 2 strikeouts. That is going to wrap things up for us here tonight. We are back on the air with baseball on Thursday, Raiders and Tomahawk. And then we're back here with softball on Friday. The Shawano Hawks come to town for a big matchup in softball. Want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. Make sure to check out the highlight tomorrow. We will have our interview with our player of the game. That will be Addison Brommer coming up on the highlight that'll be out tomorrow morning. So thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Steve Ockenick, Sports on Focus. Enjoy the rest of your evening.